How does one even begin the stream? And you're on the mothership. Let's get into this thing, my alien gang.
I'm crazy, but you like that. I'm right back, dances on your nightstand.
So today in this video, I'm introducing my mini-series I am doing on, honestly, everything content-wise I create. And the first in this series is going to be how I stream. Now, I have been getting an abundance of support, and a lot of those people have come to me asking how I create content in hopes that I can teach them how to create content. And while I admire each and every single fan, it's hard to have to re-explain the same things over text periodically over the days. And so I figured I am just gonna make it into a series so I can hopefully inspire some of you guys to create content for yourselves. Now, this may seem all big and scary, but I can assure you if I can do this, so can you. So, with all that being said, let's get on with the video. So first, before we even open Alienjenna or even open OBS, there's many things we need to do before getting to that point. Now, this may seem a little odd to somebody who's never done this before, but trust me, it's so much easier to do it this way than any other way I've seen. So you go to your YouTube homepage, and over here there's a little button that is a camera with a plus button. You go here and you click go live. Now, there's many options. You can create and manage a live stream, which is kind of like planning it in advance, or you could do what I do, which is just stream. Now, what you have to do first is you go here, you go to edit, you create your title and then add a description. I highly recommend, if you're streaming, creating rules, a top gifter list, and a little bit to get to know about you. I also have a copyright disclaimer. That way it hopefully will deter people from copywriting music. It's helped me so much in the past. My copyright disclaimer is always in my description, so feel free to use it. I think I made this one, or I may have been given permission to use this, but it's public, so feel free to use it. And also feel free to use my rules if need be. So you go here, you get all that set up, and then you go to visibility. Now, if you want your stream to be public, you set it to public. Now, if you want it to be private, which is where you can share your stream to a couple of friends, you can do that, or you can make it unlisted so no one can see it. After my streams, usually they go to private, and then restrictions, I usually don't have any. And then I highly recommend putting your category to gaming. Now, what this does is it makes it so when you put in Alienjenna, whatever version you're playing, if you were to look up Alienjenna and you go to the game category of Alienjenna, you scroll down and you see lives. You would see your live stream. Now, that is very helpful for bringing in new people to your stream. It's a very easy thing, a very quick thing you can do to gain viewers. Next, a thumbnail. I have my thumbnails made by the amazing Drew. He is my thumbnail artist and my Instagram manager, so he is always linked in my description. I'm pretty sure his commissions are open right now, so if you ever want to get a stream thumbnail, highly recommend checking him out. Or you can use PixlrX, which is what I used to use. It's a very easy program, and you can throw a couple files together and get that going. Then audience, if your stream is for kids, set it for kids. If it's not, say no, it's not for kids. And then customizations. Now, this is basically who can chat, who can participate in your stream. For me, I have it set to live chat replay, which means after the stream, anybody who comes and watches the stream, if it's still public, they can watch what people were saying in chat. I find this helpful for people who missed a stream and want to see what happened, so they can see what I'm responding to. Then participant modes. I have it set to anybody. It just means anybody can send a message. You don't need to be subscribed. And then for raids, if you get raided a lot, I highly recommend taking into account this feature right here. It's called message delay. It is a set timer for how many times someone can send a message. So every 3 seconds, somebody can send a message. It just helps with raids. So you save that. Then we're going to go over here. This stuff is scary. We'll get to the stream key setup part later. But first we want to go to stream latency. Now I have had many people tell me that my streams have little to no delay. And that is because back in the day, somebody taught me in creative this tip. If you want very low, when you stream, there's a delay of how many seconds till the viewers see what happened. In real time, you may see something at 12:35, but the viewers won't see it till 12:36. I have about a 3-second stream delay, which is really good. Now, to also help this, you can set some OBS settings, which I'll show you later, but the number one key factor into having little to no stream delay is ultra low latency. If you want closed captions or 1440p quality or 4K resolution, I would recommend using this. Maybe use low latency instead. But to me, having little to no stream delay is more important to me than having 4K resolution because you can still get your stream up to 720p quality. Now, let me explain the analytics. Now, when you're streaming, you'll have these analytics. Your playbacks are the amount of people who have played something back in your stream or how far behind they are. Average watch time is the average. It's basically a big math equation that YouTube does automatically to see how long people watch for. It takes the time of everybody who's come to your stream and how long they've watched, and they average that by dividing the added up time by the amount of viewers into the chat. And by doing that equation, you get your average watch time. Now, this is very helpful to see how long people are staying at your stream, if it's entertaining for them, and then concurrent viewers. Concurrent viewers does not mean the people active in your chat. It means the people watching your stream. How many concurrent viewers you have. Now, chat rate, that is how fast your chat is, how interactive you are with your chat. Now, there are many ways that I'll explain how you can get your chat rate up, because chat rate does help with YouTube promoting your stuff. The more active your chat is, the more YouTube will promote your streams to people with similar interests than you. Now, stream health, this is just anything that can pop up, hey, this is sending over kind of wonky, check settings or whatever. So now that you know all that stuff, let's get into the tabs you need open. So I always have 2 sets of tabs open, meaning there's 2, let's consider tabs files, right? I have 2 folders with 2 different files in each stream, okay? So I have my YouTube and my music open constantly, okay? In this folder. I will be linking the music I use. It does get copyrighted sometimes. It only gets copyrighted by 2 songs, and I love the music personally. I'll be linking it in the description if you guys want to use it. It's 10-hour gaming music linked in the description. I love the music I use. Okay, now that you have your music open, you're then going to want to open Nightbot. Now, there are many tutorials on how to set up Nightbot, and I don't really feel like getting into that right now, but I will be leaving a link to a Nightbot tutorial in the description if need be. It's very basic stuff. You just go make it a mod by clicking this thing over here, and it's very simple, very straightforward. I would always make sure you have commands to keep the chat a little more interactive. Personally, I have custom commands. In Discord server link, I always have fun little ones. Bruh, Cookie made the spoil or unsub. These are just things that if somebody says in chat, Nightbot will reply with. So it's kind of cool, I guess. The most important thing for Animal Jam streams, especially if you're doing giveaways, is this tab over here. You want to make sure you have mods and regulars, all this. This is the setup you want for giveaways. When you're streaming this, your chat should pop up here. Now, for Nightbot to add people to the giveaway, you need to be subscribed. Now, you can also make it a qualification for your stream that you want people to have to like the stream as well. Now, when you roll the giveaway, let's say somebody wins and there's a little heart, you can see if they're subscribed from right there, which is very helpful. And if you can't, that means their subscriptions are not on public. So I would do with that what you will, but most of the time Nightbot won't enter people if they're not subscribed, and you always have to be active in chat for Nightbot to enter somebody, or you can use a keyword or a random number, which is where people guess a number. I don't really like that one, but that's that. Also, there's this thing where channel member luck, which is basically if you are partnered with YouTube or whatever, you can have channel members and you can set that so those people have more luck or regulars have more luck, which I don't have set up, so I just leave it with no extra luck. Everybody gets a fair chance except for the people who got timed out. Spam protection, I highly recommend for streamers. You just basically, I have blacklist words you can create, and then links. That's all I have disabled personally. And then timers. Timers are also just as important than being interactive with your chat, okay? Timers are, you can have Nightbot say to your chat, make sure to be subscribed, and you put it on a timer, and I highly recommend making sure that the interval is not at the same time as anything else. That means, like, if you have something being said every 18 minutes, make sure you only have one thing being said every 18 minutes. That way your chat doesn't get flooded like I have it set up. I also have a thing set up for when I'm streaming with creative, I can enable and disable the creative advertisement, which is just where when I'm streaming with her, her channel will be advertised in chat, and she has the same thing set up for me when we're streaming together. As I said, how you can add Nightbot to your channel, a tutorial to how Nightbot can be added to your channel will be linked in the description. And I can also make a tutorial on that if you guys want, so comment down below if you want that. So moving on. We're going to go to the parent dashboard. Now, I am going to say this. I want to say this, if you are a streamer, please, 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 please have two-step verification. As a streamer who has been hacked 4+ times, I want every person who streams to be safe, because streaming puts a bigger target on your back because you're publicly known. Now, I also always disable my account while I'm offline and while I'm on my account. This meaning, as soon as I log in, as soon as I'm in the world, I disable my account. What that means is if someone were to try and hack me while, let's say, I'm streaming or I'm online, they would not be able to get into my account because it's disabled through my parent dash. They would have to also, in turn, hack my parent dashboard. Now, with this being said, you can still get hacked, trust me, but this lowers the chances of it. Now, I highly recommend having 2 accounts. One you can advertise on, because personally I get bubble chatted a lot and easier to advertise on a spare. Now, how you have 2 accounts open at once if you don't have multiple screens, like I don't, what you do is you have it, when you download Animal, it's automatically set to be on your home screen. Now, let's say you open it and you open one tab, you just go to your home screen by minusing everything and you just make another tab. Social Blade. Blade is a YouTube stat kind of thing. Basically what it does is it gives you your subscriber count. Now, it doesn't give you a live updated subscriber count if you are over 1K subscribers, which can be really detrimental to Animal Jam giveaways if people can't see the subscriber count. So, I want to show you guys my helpful little trick to being able to have a live updated subscriber count. Now, you go here, you sign in to Social Blade, and then you scroll down on Social Blade and you go to the browser extension. Basically what this does is it will give you a option in your YouTube settings, yes, to have your subscriber count. And I would highly recommend downloading it. The link will be in the description. This is not a paid promotion by any means. I just highly recommend this service. So now that you have all that, you go, let's say you downloaded it, you signed in, blah, blah, blah. You then go to that extra Chrome tab you made separately. And you go to your YouTube studio. And then you scroll down to your live subscriber count. It's all the way at the bottom. Now, there is an option for streamer mode. You click that, and then you are ready to start with OBS. So once you get it downloaded, your OBS will not look like this. This is because I have many extensions added to my OBS. Now, I very much highly recommend going to your profile and creating a profile. What this does is it guarantees every time you stream, you will have it set up to your channel. Now, if you want to know how to connect your OBS to your YouTube, just so you can automatically do it, you go here, you click this, and then you click connect, and you can connect your account via your email and all that stuff. Now, let's get on to the nitty-gritty stuff, and then I'm going to get into the extensions or the plugins I have. So let's open this to full screen. So OBS, actually change it for you guys so it looks a little bit more what yours will look like. Okay, so this is what your OBS will look like. I know it seems scary, but it is very easy to work with. So once you connect your YouTube account, you will get like a chat feature. I highly recommend just pulling it off to the side because if you add it here, it's kind of in the way. So I personally have it set up like this. You can have You can have it into studio mode, which is just basically giving you a preview in a program. It's kind of annoying. Personally, I don't use it. But first thing you want to do is go over here and click create a scene. I'm just going to name this OBS tutorial. So as I said, you have Animal Jam open. So now you go to window capture. So you have window capture. You also don't want to be exposing your emails because sometimes if you're editing stuff in YouTube, your email will show up on the screen, and that's just a big no-no. So first you want to have your Animal Jam cropped. All you have to do is click and drag. This is window capture. So this is going to be everything. This is going to be what your viewers are seeing. So as you see, there is a mic right here. This is just the volume. I have it set up to be vertical, but you can have it set up to be shaped differently. What it does is it just basically changes the format and how many volumes you can have. So now that you have this cropped, please make sure that your chat where you type is covered, especially if you do not have a stream border. It is very easy for stuff to accidentally get leaked if you are accidentally copying and pasting stuff in, and your email or your password or your stream key, if you're not using an auto connect for whatever reason, gets shown in chat. People can hack you very easily with that information. Next, you are going to want to then, once you've logged in, disable your account, your main. Then, since you have this, I highly recommend getting a stream border as soon as possible. You can make one quickly in Pixlr by yourself, or like I said, I have an amazing thumbnail artist whose commissions are currently open. He makes stream borders. Highly recommend him. Drew is amazing. As always, his Instagram and stuff is linked in the description. So I'm just gonna casually steal my stream border. So what you do to add your stream border is you go here to the plus button where you were before, and you go to image. Okay? For me, I'm just going to add existing, but you can just sort for your files. It's not really too much that you guys can't figure out. Now you're going to have to crop your stream border, which is very easy, just like cropping your Animal Jam screen. It's very self-explanatory. Once you get it to the size you want, this is what it should look like. Of course, your stream border is going to be different than mine because you're not Alienjenna AJ, but you can dream. Anywho, I highly recommend actually like labeling your different things, because once you add so much stuff, if you don't use folders like I do, it gets really disorganized and you don't know what's what, and so you're just constantly on stream like, I need to get rid of this, and then you accidentally get rid of your Animal Jam. So I highly recommend having it so that you label your things. Also, a cool thing you can do is if you don't have a BRB screen like me, and if you're advertising on a different account, with your two tabs you have open, just make sure you go on your spare accounts tab, you go over to OBS, and you click on the Animal Jam thing. You click on Windows, and then you go to your other Animal Jam stream. It's very easy. Instead of having a BRB screen, if you have a different account, it kind of works. I personally need a BRB screen right now. I think Drew's working on it. It's just a little annoying to switch back and forth sometimes, but it works. Now, I want to say personally, the more that your stream border can cover up, like near the bottom of the screen and near the top of the screen, the better, because as I said, things can leak. And so I personally always have like a big border that people love to complain about. Very effective if you're like me and very klutzy and have no idea what you're doing sometimes and you just accidentally show something that you're not supposed to show. Then once you have that set up, you gotta go to your sub count. Now this is very confusing for a lot of people and I understand why. But I'm going to be taking you step by step on how to do this. So just like you did with your Animal Jam screen, you want to have a window capture, okay? I'm going to make a new one just so I can show you how to do it. Now you should always label your things. So I'm going to label mine sub count. Now don't change the order of your sources because it's just like layering stuff on edits and drawing software. If you have something under something else, it will not show. So you always want to make sure that your Animal Jam is under your border. Okay, so let's say you go here, you want to open the tab that you have your green screen in for your sub count. You go to the Windows feature and then you go to YouTube Studio. You want to make this into YouTube, your live subscriber count, okay? You're going to click and hold Alt. What this does is it cuts, as you can see, your sub count into a tiny little box. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to fit. That's gonna change in a bit, okay? So once you have it to the size you want it at, you're gonna right click, not left click, you're gonna left click on the sub count tab and you're gonna go to filters. Now you're gonna want to crop this down. If you can't see the bottom, you want to be able to see this. So first you're going to want to click the plus button and then you're gonna click Chrome key. What this does is, well, you'll see, it gets rid of the green. So now that you have that, you then go to color correction, okay? And then you can change the color. I usually have it pink and green just because those are kind of my colors, but you can make it any color you want. And it's very easy to do, and that's how you have a transparent sub count, okay? So next, the top gifters. Now I highly recommend having a top gifters if your fans are anything like mine because, well, as you see, people like the Jammagram me a lot and people are so generous and like to gift me quite often, and I love showing off the top gifters for the stream because it kind of gives a sense of community and it gives something people can be like invested in, sort of. So what you do is you go to text. Now, if you want to use my text that I use, I highly recommend going to the Animal Jam archives. I will be linking this down below. I use a font called Tiki Island, and I think it's linked in my stream description. If it's not, I should add it, but I highly recommend using that if it's an Animal Jam stream. Now, all you have to do is create new, and you select your font, and you just go down until you see whatever font you like. I use Tiki Island, as I said, because it's the Animal Jam font. Now you want to drag this above, then type the top gifters, or have what I do is 1, 2, and 3. I'll just add 1, and then you have that, and then you scroll down and you can change the color. I'll make it pink again, because why not? And then you just drag and crop. Very self-explanatory. You do that 3 times. And I'm going to switch over here real quick. Hi, you can see my face. Why is this off center? Anyways, and what I like to do is I like to group things together. This just makes it cleaner because let me show you. If you were to do everything I'm doing, you would have your thing looking like this, which when you're streaming, it can be very confusing, and sometimes you accidentally click different things and then it's just a whole thing. So I like to keep things organized if I can. Basically what you do is click here and then you make a group. Okay, I'm gonna use this over here. I'm just gonna create more text. So then you add the folder, which is just called group. I label it top gifters or whatever you're using it for. And then you click and drag things into it by just clicking and, as I said, dragging. And that's how you do that. So if you're like me and you absolutely love having friends on stream and have multiple tabs with sound going at a time, like different tabs with different things running with audio playing at the same time, and you wish to have different volumes and separate them, this add-on is OBS is an open broadcasting software, which means anybody can add add-ons to it, which is absolutely amazing for people like me who just need a little bit more. Now, OBS has forums in which people from the community will add add-ons. Now, I can't guarantee the safety of all of the add-ons in the OBS open broadcasting software community for being safe. I can guarantee that this is definitely one you want to look into getting. Now, this is completely free. You just need to know how to do it. So, first you gotta go to, I'll be linking this in the description. First, you click on the link in my description, which will just get you to the GitHub so you don't have to search through the OBS Studio plugins thing and accidentally download the wrong thing. You go here, you read this, and then you go to Assets. Now, I already have this downloaded, but you just you want to download the executable one, .exe, which will just automatically do this for you. You download it, I already have it, and then you close OBS and reopen it. And then when you click the plus button, a new thing will pop up called Application Audio Output Capture. So you're going to do this, and then you are going to add different tabs. Now, let's say you have a Discord running in the background, so you're going to add this, and you're going to add executable, non-copyright music running in the background, so you want to have that playing. Basically what it does is it just gives you the separation of things. It's free to download. Highly recommend it, as I said. Chrome XE, there you have your music, and you can manage all of that. Now, OBS does not come with this feature. I hope that in the future they will have this so you don't have to download the add-on, but it's very helpful for the time being. Next, what I know some of you are probably a little shocked by because you guys can't see this, I always have a theme on my OBS because I like aesthetics. I'll also be linking what I use for my theme in the description if you want to download it. This one's a little bit more complicated to do, but I'm going to walk you guys through it real quick because it did take me like a good 40 minutes to figure out actually how to work it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to the link in the description. So you're going to go to the link in the description and you're going to go to the theme. So you're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be downloading the zip. Okay, I'm going to walk you through how to do this. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your file explorer. You're going to go to Windows, and then you're going to go to program files. You're then going to scroll down until you see OBS Studio. Now, you're going to want to have two things open, you're going to want to have actually three things open, which is one going to be the unzipped zip file. You're going to want to have the CGC QS file. You're going to want to get that from the folder on a different tab and then drag it in to your OBS themes. How to get to your OBS themes is to go to your Windows, you go to Program Files. I know this seems big and scary, but it's not that bad. You scroll until you see OBS Studios. Now, you can only do this if you are the computer manager of your account's computer, whatever. You're going to go to Data, and then you're going to go to OBS Studios, and then you're going to go to Themes, and then you're going to drag all of that good stuff here, and then your thing will look a little bit like this. Just ignore some of the things. You're going to want to have your cg.c files. This is what it's going to look like, and then you want to have the folder itself, okay? And then you close that bad boy up, and then you re-close OBS, and then you go to Settings, and then you go to your beautiful theme, and then you click on the CGC. and this is what it looks like. And I know nobody has seen this before, but it's so pretty. And then I also like to like color code my things, and it looks nice, okay? I like pretty things. And that is how you stream OBS. Stream with OBS. Now, obviously you have to, let's say we want to manage the broadcast. Let's say we're gonna click this, and then you're gonna click and start streaming. You're gonna select that, but I'm not gonna stream right now because I'm filming a video, obviously. And then you're gonna select that and then click start stream, and then your stream is up and live. And I highly recommend having your phone or a different device handy so you can be constantly checking the chat, because as I said, the most important thing while streaming is having an active chat and being interactive with your chat, because the more you're interactive, the more viewers you're going to pull in, and the more growth you're going to make, and the more friends you're going to make. Honestly, I highly recommend doing this if you just want to, I guess, get a sense of more community. If you don't already have one, it's really a nice sense of like outlet if you have a lot of creativity and stuff. Now that is how you stream. I will be making a video on how I film and edit and stuff, so look forward to that. And also, if you guys want to see a video on a full tutorial on how to use Nightbot, let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!